Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. That should just about cover us. What is this about? Uh, Mr. Ronney Braun is in the house today. Well, look at that. It's an unexpected deal. Just kidding. I have nothing to drink. What the heck? Well, I was looking at something on YouTube here, and I looked up, and it's like 5 minutes to 12. I had nothing set up, so I had to get in quick and set things up here. Other than that, my poor old time is getting short in Mexico. What is the date? 16 today, already mid-month. I know it's going to be chilly when I go back home still. I'm, Maybe I'm too used to the warmth now, but I just visualize it's going to be chilly. So I was trying to figure out a good one here the other day. I would like in Canada, what we call chili con carne is a like a bean, meat, tomato sauce, kind of a mushrooms, chili con carne that you get at Wendy's and things. It was in the 80s. Oh, wow. Rain today, tomorrow, freezing snow. Oh, no. Yeah. Wow. So I was wondering about chili con carne. Like, I know what that is. And if I think about it, when I go here to Mexico and I ask them for chili con carne, you see, they're thinking of the line. If you, that's a good one. I never knew chili con carne meant in Spanish, like chili con carne. The word con is in English with, and carne is meat. So it's chili with meat, chili con carne. But that's not what it is. It has beans in it too, instead. So it's completely different. So that when I asked for chili con carne, they thought I was looking for like chili with beans, and they said no, or chili with meat, chilies. So that was a little bit confusing. I still haven't found. I don't think there is such a thing as that kind of chili con carne. Oh, but they do have. Does McDonald's have chili con carne? They have fast food places here, like McDonald's. Um, Burger King is another one they had here. That's funny when you go into those fast food places too. When you order, uh, like you want a fries and you want fries and a Coke. Well, you can't quite really order that. I think you can order the fries separately, but then when you get fries and a Coke, there's a certain size of Coke goes with those fries, and they won't give you a bigger Coke or a smaller one. It's fries with that medium sized Coke. You can't get a big Coke. I guess maybe unless you like get a large fries. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No kidding. Keeps you on your toes. All right. That's for sure. Um, I had put up a video yesterday or day before about um, the eye holds the secret of Michael Santana's production movie there, and I had a live him as a guest came on, we showed the video, and then he took like questions and answers after. But then I decided, well, I should post that video, not just the live stream, but also the video on my channel to help promote his thing. Well, I thought about it after I got more views than he was getting, and I thought, well, they're watching my video, they're not watching his on his thing. So I had to take that video off. I didn't think that was fair. I'm trying to drive people to his channel and not to my channel to get there. So anyway, I took mine off. It's still on the live stream though. I got a copyright strike from that anyway, for both of those. Uh, One of those non-malicious ones where they don't do anything. They just say, yeah, you can keep using the thing, but you can't monetize it or something. And I don't even like to have. It's not even a strike, but I just don't like to have that associated with my name. So I usually like to go and delete those. So I deleted the video itself. That should delete that copyright thing. But then the music is in my live stream, and the music is part of the whole production, so I can't remove that. But anyway, I just don't have to monetize that live stream if ever that happens one day. So there we have in the background uh, looking down Kukulkan Avenue and main nightlife area right below us, Cocobongo and Senor Frog and uh, all the places along there. It's usually busy at this time of night, just at dusk. 6:30, 7. It gets real busy. Everybody trying to go home, I guess. So that's what that's about. And any water that you can see on the right hand side is the lagoon. It's not the ocean. It is salt water, but because it's just the lagoon. And then on the left hand side is the ocean, the Gulf of Mexico. Never thought about taking a hyperlapse video of that. Instead, that's my drone taking video, but you can take out any still shot from a video, or you can take a photograph too while you're up there. But it was from a video. And while I was there, I should have set it to hyperlapse mode. Then the cars would have been moving really quickly, quicker than what they were. It was a start-stop situation here. Just a very crawl. I'm surprised at how close they get to each other here. There's no accidents. Not very many. I've seen a few. I mean, I've been here for 6 months. But nothing too spectacular, that's for sure. Although I didn't see the accident, but I usually go down the road here for coffee, something, a little street side coffee shop. And there's a green van that's parked halfway over the sidewalk, sticking out from the houses, facing straight in, so its back end is halfway covering the sidewalk area. Well, I went to get a coffee yesterday, and I noticed that van is moved. It's not straight into toward the houses anymore. It's It's at an angle, but it makes his back end stick out even farther. He was farther into the sidewalk, just about on the street. And so when I got there, I look underneath and there's bits and pieces of car under there. So I thought, well, maybe he got hit on the other side there and got pushed back. So I walked around the side of it, and yeah, sure enough, the whole back end part there was pushed in. And I don't know if the other guy just drove away after I wasn't there, or was there information changed and he's just sitting there or what? I don't know. But yeah, that van. I don't think that van ever moves. It's it's been just for as long as I've been here. That's just been sitting there. There's a lot of vehicles on the streets that don't ever move. They probably got no engine in. Well, I've seen no engine in some of them, and they just sit there. They wouldn't allow that in Canada anyway. There's a law there saying that. I mean, you can only park a vehicle for so long, and then you have to have a permit to park, and then so you can any vehicles that can't be operated, not functioning, they can't sit out on the street. So you put them in a garage or on your property somewhere. Guy Mudness. I got that set to full screen finally. That works. Yesterday, StreamYard would not allow me to share my screen, which was strange. It all depends on what app I was using. From what I guess I gathered, I use Media Player, and it won't share that screen. If I use TV and Video Player, it's called, then it'll show it. Or if I use VLC, that'll show it as a share screen, but not Media Player, which is I always thought I shared a lot of stuff with video with that because it's the first one on the list and it's highlighted. So, but didn't work. I think after the live stream, I've got to make myself a coffee. It is a Sunday afternoon, as far as I have here. For some people, it's a Sunday before noon. Before nooner. Yeah, just by 1, maybe 2 hours. All depends if you're away on the West Coast. That might be a 2-hour difference from here. Yeah, because I'm 1 from Alberta and 2 to BC, right on. Wow, it's quite a delay today again. You have to rewire. Oh, you had a 12-volt coffee maker thing and she gave out, hey? Stopped working. Well, at least you know you're only working with 12 volts. That's the thing. I'm going to have to jump back out of this lifestyle I have here, back to jumping into my van and finding a place to sleep right away for the first night when I get back, and the food, the power, the solar. Going to hook that all up and get that all going again. An old school stove. You just use what do you call it? A Coleman camping stove. I think I have one of the old kind where you had the fluid. You would have to pump it up with air to give it pressure. You'd pump, 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 tighten it down. I forget what kind of. I don't think I have one now. The one I have now works on propane, but the other one probably worked on. No, sounds like somebody's banging right on this building. Like, what's going on when I'm trying to have a live stream here? What's going on here? Well, sounds like the next door neighbor is. And that's the thing, these houses are all made of cement and they're connected to each other. So it's like when you bang on somewhere or something, it vibrates through the whole building. An old school stovetop. Yeah, 6-second delay. And you have an old school Coleman ready to go, but I need a coffee maker. Okay. Look into other options maybe, as opposed to an electric coffee maker. What about um, like heating the water, grinding your beans, so it's not like instant coffee. I forget what kind of press I got. It's a press thing, not one of those French press things, but it's you put your you grind your coffee, you put it in this round cylinder, and then you put some water in, and then it has a plunger that goes onto the top, and so it's got a filter on the bottom. You press the plunger, forces all the water through the filter there, and the coffee, and makes a nice wafer at the bottom. You just throw it in the garbage. But then there's your coffee. So there's no electrical components at all. Even well, unless you want an electric grinder. Yeah, I suppose. But I have just a hand grinder. You grind up enough beans for 1 cup. Or if you're gonna have 2 cups. Uh, I didn't need any power there, but originally the van came with hanging on one shelf from underneath a coffee pot. I guess it would be the kind where the filters would go on top with the coffee in there, and you'd slide the pot underneath that, and then the water would drip through there into the thing, and then you pull the thing out. So it had that, and then it had a microwave. Well, I thought that was old technology. I pulled those things out of there, and I put in a different, more modern microwave, which I took out and threw away anyway because it just didn't get it to work right. It was taking too much power. Uh, just to cook for a few minutes was like, yikes. Um, so that went, and I don't have that kind of coffee maker anymore. I have just that tubular cylinder thing, like a syringe. If I could tell you the name of it, you'd know what I'm talking about. I just don't remember the name. And mine takes smaller. My stove, well, that kind that you pumped up, the fuel tank would fit in the front of this thing. You'd get lifted up, pump it up, lay it down right in front. The propane one I have now hooks up to either a big bottle, like a 20-pound bottle, or probably the small green ones. Think I think there's an arm out the side for that. I haven't even used it. I have a propane stove inside the van, but that works on the propane tank that's underneath the van. I've had to replace that thermostat or that exchanger thing there on the propane thing twice now. Also backup heat. Yeah, I suppose it's always nice to have backup heat, that's for sure. My diesel heater in my van works perfect for what I need. It's almost like too much heat because I set it to a certain temperature, which is lower than what I really like it and then it just sits in real slow at that point, but it keeps going though. It doesn't turn off, so it's eventually going to get hotter unless you can crack a window or something and let some of the air out. So it's like a continuous maintaining a temperature because it never stops. Like it doesn't turn itself off when it gets to a certain temperature. It just keeps going. There is a thermostat thing you can buy for it. I forget what the name of it's called now, but it's an add-on feature which can do that for you. It'll turn itself off and turn itself on. Once it starts warming up, idle speed will get, yeah, if it's just sitting there idling, it just gets hotter and hotter. That's why my initial temperature is like, let's say if you like it to be 20 degrees Celsius, I would set it for like 17. And so it pumped hard until it got to 17. And then it slowed down. Well, now it takes a longer time to get up to 20, which is still comfortable, but then it goes like 22, 23, 24, starting to get too warm. So I have to turn it off. So I never ever, well, I did run it all night once just to experiment. 8 hours solid all night. Burnt about like one pop can full of fuel. That's nothing. Uh, Power was nothing. 0.5 amps draw. That's plenty of power. But I didn't feel any different. I mean, it was on all night. I don't feel cold when I don't have it on at night. You're under the covers. You feel nice and warm anyway. That's all I need. So turning it off at night, I save there. And that works good though anyway. So let's just see here. Worst case scenario, I can be burning gallons a day. I suppose, yeah. Well, I even calculated it if you would just set, I know it'd probably get warmer and warmer and warmer, but let's say you could crack the windows every now and again, let it get, so that it's on all the time. But it would be more or less at a slow state all the time. It might speed up or to catch up to something if you overdone the. But if you leave it run for 24 hours, there's a way to figure out how much fuel you burn because every pump, every time it pumps, it pumps a certain amount of fuel, and that amount of fuel is always the same size. So it all depends on how many pumps you are pumping per second. And you can tell your meter to tell you, to show me how many pumps of you're pumping when it's not in the temperature mode. When it's in the counting your pump mode, it'll it'll tell you like 2.2 or 2 pumps, or you can set it down to 2 pumps a second. So then each time it pumps, it's 0.02 milliliters. So now you can mathematically figure out exactly how many how much fuel you use in 24 full hours. It's nice when you can calculate all that. I think it was no, it's a pop can of fuel every hour, I think it is. 350 milliliters times 12, 3 times 12, 45, 50, maybe 50, 50. So that might be 5,000 milliliters in 24 hours. Yeah. And that's milliliters. So what is that? If it's 5,000, that's 0.5, half a liter? That's not right. It's got to be 5 liters. Even that might not be right. 5 liters of fuel in 24 hours? 5 liters? It's either 5 or 50 liters. 50 liters sounds like it might be too much. In 24 hours, you burn 50 liters of fuel? No, that's way too much. 5 seems like kind of low, but getting close to what I would suspect. Each one of my tanks is 10 liters. And in 24 hours, I don't think I would burn that whole tank. I mean, I only burn 1 pop can every hour. So that's for 24 hours. Well, 24 pop cans. Could be. Oh, wow. My back is sore in not the broken place. It's sore over on my side by my ribs. I don't know if that's taking a while to heal, or did it damage something somehow permanently? How come I feel pain there when I'm trying to sit up or stand up and stuff? No idea. Yeah, the worst case scenario is right. Are you drinking anything there, Mr. Ronney Braun? I gotta put the air conditioning on. It's getting muggy. I still would like to go and do a time lapse video, but I wanted it to be a nighttime one. So I gotta either wait till tonight. Last night I wanted to go, and then I just got too comfortable sitting here, and I thought, oh well, I can go any night. Procrastinate. Yeah. Well, my breathing is okay. Everything except when I'm sitting down and then I want to go to get up. I feel a pain on the right hand side. It's not like in the spine. Feels like more like a rib thing. Black tea, eh? And a spot of tea. I don't even have any tea in the house here. Mostly coffee. Not mostly, it is coffee. What do you mean by mostly? Yeah, tomorrow. Let's see. Mañana. Hmm. I just put out another video this morning on a walk through the infamous Fifth Avenue in Playa del Carmen. It's like a tourist street. No cars drive on it. It's just a walk down this long street with little businesses on the sides selling all their wares. But they're all out to cheat you out of money. I mean, the restaurants, the bars, whatever, they're all out to get a tourist for money because the Adio bus terminal is right there on Fifth Avenue. So when you get a bus ride from Cancun to Playa del Carmen, the bus stops right there on Fifth Avenue. So you get out, you're out of the building, you're right on Fifth Avenue. So now it's tourists, wall to wall tourists, and then you got all these different shops selling all kinds of trinkets and the bars, the restaurants. I don't even know if there's any hotels along there. It's mostly just businesses, and they're all standing out on the sidewalk. Well, it's like one big road, uh, saying, "Come on in, we got this for you. We've been waiting for you. Come on in, we got your stuff here. Whatever you're looking for, your sombrero, your hat, or your T-shirt, or whatever you're looking for, they got it all." So that's Fifth Avenue, and they're like I said, they're all out to try to scam you. So be aware, and you should be fine. Don't buy jewelry. That'll cost you an arm and a leg, and who knows what you're going to get. Might not be real. And I know a little bit of that one from experience. And be even wary when you go to the bars or the restaurants or the bars and have a beer. Watch out what you're paying for what it is that you're getting. You can buy like a bottle of beer or a can of beer in a restaurant and pay $7 for it, Canadian, and then buy that same can of beer from just around the corner at a 7-Eleven for 40 pesos, which is like $3. So less than half. So that's why I call it the infamous. A slight bit of like, not not danger, but beware of what goes on there. So there's a bit of that in there. I did a lot of videoing down in Playa del Carmen when I was there, so it's going to come out in several videos to cover all the little walks I've been doing. And EV Mux is working perfectly so far, but I can only share one screen one time. I can't like share screen again. Hmm. I can share a video still. Or what else? What's this? Disable camera, mute audio, settings. What do we get in settings? Oh, change the Microphone, change the camera, hotkeys. Virtual background. That would suck up a lot of juice. Oh, what's that? Hey, it put me on a virtual background. Oh, just on my screen though, behind my screen. Okay, I think I can fix that. That's what's nice about EVMux. Okay, let's try that. There, see that? Look at that. How fast you can do that. I don't think I can do that with StreamYard. Now it's probably going to get more delay because the computer's got to do a lot more work uh, putting that background on the back there. It even pops up and tells me. Uh, it tells me it's got a because I'm on a laptop. It doesn't have a dedicated video card. You know, either you're using memory or you're using your video card for certain things. And it's a virtual background, so I guess the closer I am to the camera, the better it looks. It's not a background that I put up there so there is no distance behind me. Weird. I could pull it back behind that thing even a little farther. So let's just see this way. Yeah, that's backwards, going the wrong direction. Okay, this is good. Might be jerky, but that's because of my video capability, my laptop and streaming. Oh, wait, I can put, if I'm going to put a background on there, there's a tropical background I can put on there. Uh, settings. Yeah, settings. That's where I found that. Did I not? No. Oh, here, settings. There we go. Virtual background. There's one that's more like in a tropical situation where I'm at anyway. So let's put that one on. There. There we go. I'm in a tropical, too bright on this side. Too bad they don't have a brightness button. What happens when you raise up your hand? Well, it all depends on how close it is to the camera. The closer it is to the camera, then it can discern what's right in front of it as opposed to what the background is. So yeah, you can see fuzziness around my fingers and stuff, but my head is, the farther back I go, it starts getting more artifacts around me. That's not too bad, even there. Even I'm sitting 3 feet away from the camera. But yeah, there's no green screen behind me. That's how it picks what's in front. is the closer you are to the camera than your background, whatever it be. My background is way behind me, like feet. But you can still see artifacts around me. Oh, I wonder if I can change the blurriness though, like tighten it up a bit. Oh, that's just okay. There's what the background is. Way it just the walls that go way to the back. But this one, hmm, I can also make the background just blurry. That's the same effect as using it as a background. Put this one back on. Oh, I have my own picture that I had in there. Look at that. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza. Yeah, it's not perfect. It is working too. It seems like my system is working too hard to keep up. It says that's because of the virtual background. It's got a lot of work to do there, and I'm way too bright compared to the background. There's no settings that I can make for camera brightness and stuff. Yeah, you're right. I don't need a green screen. Oh, that puts that up right across the bottom of the screen. Oh, cool. Across the bottom of the whole screen. Yeah, this one side looks like in the darker side, it's got more artifacts and stuff around it. On the brighter side, it's more crisp. Not perfect, but it's more crisp than this side. And this is my left shoulder. Yeah, weird. And the snake. There's the snake coming down. There's the snake head. I'm kind of glad I went there on the day of instead of the day before or the day after. That was the day of the equinox, March 21st. So I'll be able to see in the replay whether I think, well, even for me, it's lagging. My lips are not the same as what I see on the screen. I have got to go for a walk and get my new, or what my new, I got to get my SIM card updated in my phone. Today is my last day on there, so I have to go and update that at the OXO down the way there. So I should go and do that, I suppose. So, Mr. Ronney Braun, I think I'm going to leave you. You're going to have to find someone to watch. I've got a few things I got to do, I suppose. Keep procrastinating, it won't get done. So I'm going to head down to the OXO and update my phone. And that'll take me a whole month. So I'll be back in Canada. And then it'll run out 19th or 16th of next month. So I'll be back home for 10 days. But at least I maybe should be able to text people here and stuff still on that number, Mexican phone number. All right, Bronny, love you, brother. Thanks for coming in and spending the time out of your day anyway to sit back and watch. It's nice to talk to someone at least. And we're going to end my live today 46 minutes in, which is great. Better than sitting there for 2 hours. Anyways, all right. We'll catch you guys all on the next surprise pop-up. I don't know when that is, but it'll be a surprise, even to me. All right. Stay awesome, guys, and we'll see you later. Right on, brother. Love you. Come on back again. Come on back again sometime.